Thank you for your cooperation. At this point, will speaker number 1 step up to the podium and introduce yourself. Please state your name and any organization you're representing for the record, and any financial disclosures you wish to make.
My name is Sabol Chfinta, and I would like to disclose that I do not have any financial interest in Mannkind, and I was not paid for my travel expenses or to appear here. I've been a type 1 diabetic for a little over 12 years. I'm not an expert in diabetes, but I'm someone who has had a life-changing experience by participating in an Afrezza trial. My first exposure to diabetes was when a childhood friend's mother died of hypoglycemia when I was very young. I almost came to the same fate several times, despite my best efforts to control my blood sugar. These encounters prompted me to seek a new treatment, and that led me to Mannkind. In the summer of 2012, I was assigned to Afrezza in a phase 3 trial. At first, I had a hard time believing that it would work as described, but I could not believe my eyes when the insulin kicked in a matter of minutes and seemed to be out of my system in less than an hour. During the next 6 months, I no longer worried, as I knew I could correct any blood sugar level in a matter of minutes and not have to fear any serious lows. The results were remarkable, as my HbA1c dipped from 8.5% to 7.1% and then into the sixes until my doctor adjusted my dose for possible fear of lows. But in fact, I did not have one severe low in 6 months, and I only had 2 moderate lows that were between 60 and 69. But I have to add that the A1C is not really a good indicator on how well Afrezza works. The extreme highs and lows that I experience on my current treatment are doing irreparable long-term damage to my body, and the lows are putting me in danger of dying, especially in my sleep. In contrast, I could take Afrezza as late as 11 p.m., and by midnight I knew I was safe without any worry. It was very easy for me to figure out my dosage because I lived in real time for the first time in 12 years, as Afrezza mimicked how my pancreas used to work. I controlled my blood sugar better than ever. In fact, for 10 days, my blood sugar stayed between 75 to 125 milligrams per deciliter, and that was when my dose was changed. This is impossible on my current therapy today. Unlike the challenges posed by injectable insulin, compliance was easy. I could carry Afrezza anywhere and take it discreetly, even at a restaurant table. And I can honestly tell each one of you that one of the hardest points of my life was when I had to come off of Afrezza, when my trial ended. I'm someone who returned to a near normal life on my trials, and I ask you for myself and other diabetics to give us a chance to live healthier, happier lives with Afrezza without restrictions. And I have a few more seconds I would like to add. I have 2 letters from family members who witnessed my lows before and after my trials, and the non-existent lows during my trials. And one of the letters is from my 16-year-old son, who was 14 at that time, and I would encourage each panel member to read those.